my lovelies. It's a blessing to be here. And you know what I mean. Everyone seems to be under the weather. And that is an actual thing. So we haven't got blue skies, but it's better than it has been. I want to start... I'm going to finish my fag first. I want to start this reading with an affirmation that I've been using. I think would be really helpful in calling your power back, because as things are getting a bit chaotic on the outside, people are struggling. People who aren't in tune with their own source energy are struggling and grabbing for others that are. The only reason I've been saying this affirmation for a while now, but I'm saying it more because I dreamt I had a vampire at my door, and I was like told, don't let him in. So, I mean, you know, these films they made up about blood-sucking aren't literally going to bite into your neck, but they will feed off your source energy. So the affirmation is, I am powerful, I am limitless, I am free. My time and energy is mine, and my power belongs to me. I only channel the highest level of source energy, and opportunities find me. That's it. So that's what I've been using. I think that's very important to call it back, reserve your own, you know, where our attention goes, obviously all that. And like I said, even, you know, people that could be classed as your Achilles heel, they will be used to try and distract you off your path, mission, whatever it is, bring your energies down, you know, source energy. It's the new currency. And it's important that we hold on to it. So, fag done. And I'm doing a parasite cleanse at the moment, and it's amazing how much I've gone off chocolate and crisps and snacks, and I've got rid of sugar and changed it for honey. Can somebody let me know? Can you let me know what it sounds like, darling? My beautiful Karen. Slow connection. Right. Sounds probably all right, just interfering with the thingy. Right. Protection of the highest level. I will only accept the highest source energy. We want a message for the collective leading up to this full moon in Libra. Libra is justice. It's balancing the scales. So that could be highlighted. That could be brought to light. What is imbalance, what isn't imbalance, and actual justice, or highlighting injustice. Let's take a look. Oh, that was quick. Nine of Pentacles. We love the Nine of Pentacles. This is, I am happy on my own, doing my own thing, not being codependent on anybody else or anything outside. You know, I've got enough for myself. I've got enough to share. I'm sleeping well because I've worked hard. Happy being single. Can someone let me know what it sounds like? Happy being single. You can go your own way. Go your own way. That is what I get with this Nine of Pentacles. She is content. Now, underneath, bottom of the deck, we've got the Eight of Swords. So there was a limiting belief. A limiting eight, so this is the mind. This is, I feel trapped, I can't. And it was a limiting belief, but something has shifted, or something is about to shift to change from this Eight of Swords, a mental block, which is, like I just said at the beginning, I am limitless. That would break all of this. Anything that you think is an illusion that keeps you trapped or stuck in situations, places, emotional patterns. And that is the shift from the Eight of Swords to the Nine of Pentacles. I have enough. I'm not codependent on anyone or anything. I look after myself. Slow connection. How's the sound? How's the sound? I've got my mic on, but it's flashing. Okay, so we've got the Nine of Pentacles. Let's see what we get with the Nine of Pentacles. I seem to be a bit of a moon reader now, and maybe that's the way it is. Full moons, new moons, and I get the signs. Had a couple of signs this morning from the fairies, so you know, I've got a lot of other stuff going on. Solitude. Now that goes perfectly with the Nine of Pentacles. Look at her. She is so content. She's so happy. You know, she's at peace. She's at peace because she's not being codependent or relying on anything outside of herself. And we have solitude, and I don't believe I've ever had solitude before in the cards. But there's this beautiful yellow around it. She's walking through the forest with her arm held up high, and she's draping this beautiful, like, golden rays behind her. Let's have a look and see what it says. Think of being alone as meaning you are all one. All one. That's what the Nine of Pentacles is. She's all one. And in total harmony with everything. The greatest treasures are those that await silently during your quiet times. She's got butterflies around her. I mean, it's such a beautiful card, and it really does embody the Nine of Pentacles. How's the sound? I just want to know what the sound's like. Really embodying the Nine of Pentacles, so solitude. And you may have to make some time to being solitude to get into this Nine of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we've got pure intention. The Fairy of Manifestation will help you use your wishes wisely. Manifest your heart's desire with pure intention and for the highest good of all. So this isn't, and again, it's got this, there's this real yellow around this, which is solar plexus. But it is about, when we do our manifestations, we're not just doing it like, oh, I want a car. I want a car for myself. I want a car so I can, it's, I want a vehicle, you know, so I can go and benefit other people, or, you know, it is for the highest good of all, is when your manifestations come through more quickly. And more quickly, when you've cleared any shit and you're in this Nine of Pentacles, you're in an energy of receiving of the highest level, and what you manifest out in this energy of Nine of Pentacles is more likely to come through if it's not just a selfish kind of so pure intentions. When your heart is open and your intentions are pure, that's when these manifestations come through. But it is about learning to be in that Nine of Pentacles. I'm okay on my own. You know, I haven't seen anyone since I can't remember. This is what I mean. I can't remember. You know, and quite content with that. And knowing, you know, that there's no lack. I'm not yearning for anything. Right, give us something else. Solitude, Nine of Pentacles. Something else. Solitude and the Nine of Pentacles. Please, someone tell me what the sound's like. I just need a thumbs up. Is my microphone working? Do I need to switch it up a notch? Nine of Pentacles. A Nine of Pentacles is being in a state of gratitude as well. So at the bottom of the deck, receive healing. And number one, this is being open to receiving healing. And a lot of the times if we're closed off, if we're shut off, we can't accept it. You know, all right, Jack is shutting off. Be open to receiving healing. So around this full moon, around this full moon in Libra, there's the opportunity for us to actually receive the healing of the highest level from the moon. It feels like it could be, and she is sitting in bed, she's got her candle lit, and there's like the symbol of that snake going up. Well, we could still be shedding from the year of the snake. I mean, we've had a lot of planets still in retrograde, but now everything's moving forward until June. Guardian 44, which is number 8. So this is being looked after, being protected. She sat on her ship, and this could, one, represent people that have crossed over looking down on us, or it's our higher selves. But it's a guardian that is putting things in place, being in the right place at the right time. And like I said, with these opportunities and these pure intentions for manifestation, it is about going with the instincts of, oh, I just feel like I need to go out right now, being in the right place at the right time. And these guardians are guiding our ships. Imagine this is us in our little boat of life, and they're just pushing us along in the right direction. But it is about being protected. 4 and 4 is foundations, but it's also number 8, the infinity sign. I'm going to get some more. But I've noticed how both of these two receive healing and solitude. I know she's got her eyes shut in the Nine of Pentacles, but the solitude is like, she's in flow. But these two are both looking up. They're both looking up. This one's looking up, this one's looking up. That's not looking up to anything outside of ourselves. I mean, even our loved ones that have passed on, they're not outside of ourselves. But it is almost having that faith. When we look up, we're not sort of asking, it's having that faith that what we want or what we need is in the process of being received. I like that. What we want and what we need is in the process of being received, and receive healing. Receive healing. Might jot that one down. Right, let's get some more on this Nine of Pentacles, and I need to know if my microphone's working. Have I got it on the right way around? Is it working? I hope it's working. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. There's nobody there to let me know. Okay. I'm going to shift my bum because I feel like I'm on a... That might be better. Right. Right, Nine of Pentacles. With the Eight of Swords underneath, which is a limiting belief that possibly you don't deserve to be in this energy of the Nine of Pentacles. Give me some more on the Nine of Pentacles. That was quick. The Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is about boundaries. The Seven of Wands is I am protecting what I have worked so hard for. You could be building something in the background. You could be working on, you know, a new business idea, but being very, like I said, with the old vampire turning up at the door, it's like a no. No is a no. You don't have to justify yourself or to anybody or anything. This is about creating and having strong boundaries. We've got the Ten of Cups at the bottom. So the Ten of Cups is like, all my cups are fulfilled. Everything that I want is full. I've got 10 cups in front of me. I've filled them with everything that I like doing. Now, if someone's going to come along and try and have a little sip out of one of my 10 of cups, I'm going to give them a firm boundary setting. I've said, no, I don't accept this. So keeping strong boundaries in place. And that may need to go into a state of solitude to actually, you know, like I said in the affirmation, my energy and time are mine. Nobody else's. I think the seagull just... So we've got the world, completion. And again, when we come round to the full moon, we often are closing out a cycle, but I think planetary as well, there is a cycle closing. I'm not quite sure which one it is. But this is, I'm on the top of the world looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I found ever since I've been around. This is not looking outside. My love puts me at the top of the world. I'm relinquishing control. This is their body. This is letting go of outcomes. And then there's a crowning, which is illumination. So whenever we try and control situations, we will come up against resistance. We'll come up against resistance in our body. We'll come up against resistance on the outside, mirroring back to us. Where are we resisting? Letting go of control and letting the cycle pass round. And then the Nine of Swords. There may have been some anxiety around this. The Nine of Swords is anxiety in the head again. It's kind of like the ego. If you imagine this as being the ego, the programming, the I can't, the you're not good enough, you don't deserve this Nine of Pentacles, you know, you need somebody to make you happy, you need this, you need that. And it keeps people up at night. But we've got to remember that that is like, you know, the anxiety is a state. It's a mental state. It's a thought pattern that creates the feeling. It always starts in the head. The thought pattern creates the feeling, which then creates the action reaction that we have to outside circumstances. So we change the thought pattern, we set firm boundaries, and again, if there is a fear of lack, a fear of Five of Pentacles is I don't have enough. I'm not being seen, I'm not being heard, I'm not being paid my worth, I'm being taken advantage of, I don't have enough in my basket. And there is can be, you know, it's not set in stone. This is the opportunity that's available to us to rectify this feeling of anxiety. You may want to give up a job and you're anxious about what's coming next. And there's this, you know, looking up, trusting, having the faith that it takes a lot of strength to move from this Nine of Swords and this Five of Pentacles energy of lack, fear, anxiety, to trust that no matter what, and believe me, I've been homeless so many fucking times, the universe or my higher self or my guardians have a better, bigger plan. Much better, much bigger. Going to put you in an energy of the Nine of Pentacles where you can sleep at night. This is the complete opposite of this. Nothing to worry about. She's not dependent on anything. And there we have it, Justice, which is the full moon. Justice. And the Queen of Swords underneath that. So she is boundary setting queen. A no is a no. I'm not responsible for your reaction to that. We'll get some more. We'll get some more. But yeah, there's a completion coming up. Solitude, guardians, pure intention, strong boundaries, receive healing. Please tell me what the sound's like. I know the connection is slow, they are saying. Seven of Pentacles. So this is something that has been worked towards. This is like studying, going to college, getting all the information that you need over a period of time. Building that basket, weaving that basket so that it is enough to carry you up to the 9, so that there's enough for you and there's enough for everybody else. So yeah, this could represent going back to college, getting whatever it is you need to get on your, but it is about honing in your skills and then leveling up, mastering it and then making it better. We've got the Five of Swords at the bottom, and the Five of Swords is very much this blame game. And again, the Five of Swords can be in the headspace. It can be the ego. It can be the mind trying to talk yourself out of doing something. But Five of Swords, I mean, and again, it can be, you know, slagging yourself off in your head. But the Five of Swords is genuinely people having a bitch. Fuckery, I call it. Five of Swords fuckery. It's people that aren't authentic, don't say what they think. False. Five of Swords false. And I'm not saying it from a judgmental. Some people aren't aware that they're like that. It's not a dig. It's more of a devil underneath. It's an unconscious state of being the Five of Swords. It's the blame game. It's I'm not taking accountability for my current situation. And it's associated with the devil. And like I said before, this chap, whatever you want to call it, attachments, codependency, addictions, will channel through people like this who are very prone to just projecting and being a victim, basically, and gossiping and all that. Like that, I find it very. And then the Five of Cups underneath that, with a little bit of sadness, there and regret, you know. But moving away from, because they're not in the cards. Bottom of the, and then we've got the Sun and the Moon. So that's the balancing of equal. Obviously, we've just had the equinox, but equal. And that, you know, with the Moon in Libra, there is equal light, there is equal darkness, there is equilibrium. And the Tower underneath that, I'm just going with these because they're making sense. The Tower is a collapse of anything, anyone within us and without us that is not serving our highest good and is not built on solid foundations, so that we can get into this balance of divine masculine, divine feminine working together, illuminating in the dark, illuminating our intuition, flowing with our emotions and radiating out. You know, the Sun is one of the happiest cards in the deck. After Five of Swords, Devil, Five of Cups, 2 5s make a 10. Completion. Then the world turns. You get illuminated in the crown chakra because of the awareness of what is Five of Swords, what is Five of Cups, where am I feeling lack. Okay. I'm going to say Queen of Swords at the bottom there. She knows exactly where she's going. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's got her sword to one. She's mastered the mind space in her intuition, and she can say no, boundary queen, without feeling responsible for other people's emotions after. Once you set a boundary, then you see the reaction of that boundary that's been set. You know you were being taken advantage of. She doesn't take no shit. I'm really surprised the Eight of Cups hasn't come out, but let's just see what they've got. 10 of Cups and the 7 of Cups. The 10 of Cups is, I'm fulfilled. I have 10 cups. This is family, work, you know, everything that you have 10 cups. So you've got 10 cups in your heart. They are filled to the brim, and everybody is pouring into the same cups. So it can be love. It's rooted in love, 10 of Cups. It can be a relationship status, but I'm not getting a relation. I'm getting happy single on your own, feeling this 10 of Cups energy, feeling this contentment. I'm happy with everybody around me. I'm happy with the work that I'm doing. I'm happy with, you know, there's not any dissatisfaction there. Now, the 7 of Cups is this, what we've really come out of, which was a 12-year cycle of Pisces. 7 of Cups is this daydreaming. He's got one foot in the water, But there was a hell of a lot of illusion and delusion. And Seven of Cups is making choices. It's making choices around deciphering what is real and what is based in illusion and delusion. And we can do this to ourselves. I've done it many a time, you know. I've had a grand idea and I thought this is going to do this and it's gone the complete opposite way. Was I deluded? Quite possibly. But I needed to go through that experience. And you go through these Seven of Cups experiences so that you recognise which of these cups. This is the one, all these are underwater. This is the one that's the chalice that's on the side. It's the only one that's out of the water and is on the ground and that is earthed. And all these are just, it's a very good energy to be in for manifesting. It's daydreaming, basically. But this one chalice on the side is his own cup. Two of Swords at the bottom. So that was a decision needed to be made. While these are jumping. And then the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is, I've mastered something here. I'm being given a new tool, and I always see it as a magical wand, but it's on fire. And of course we're in Aries season, we're in the fire horse. Expect a lot of fire, expect a lot of fast movement forward. But this is like, I've got a brand new business idea, I've got a brand new wand, I'm going to take it, it's going to come out of the earth up into the sky, and you just grab it and go, where am I going with this? Where am I going to take this wand? What can I use this for that's going to be beneficial to me, not just to me, but to the collective? And then we're back to the back to the Seven of Pentacles. Back to the Seven of Pentacles. And it's harvest time in this one. He's worked hard. He is now cutting down the mistletoe. Cutting down the mistletoe with his scythe. Worked hard. Judgment call at the bottom of that. Blimey, they're just jumping all over the place. Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is like, I'm tired. I've had enough. I'm feeling a little bit wounded. I'm a little bit on the defensive. Now, be very careful with the Nine of Wands that you don't push away people who are actually there or above for healing. Because the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior, and it's a little bit like, I just want to give up. And I'm, you know, but also it is a card of keep going, because like all these wands are pointing outwards. It's protection. It's a form, it's a little bit like the boundaries of the Seven of Wands, but it's protection. But it is like, you're still standing, mate. You've gone through all that and you're still standing. And then, like, so we've circled back round to the Nine of Pentacles. So I shall take that as confirmation. And there she is, he is, whatever. It's an energy. It's an energy of, I am happy, I am single. Not necessarily, you don't have to be single. But it's got this, you can go your own way. No codependency, not relying on anybody else for anything external, happy, being content. It's one away from the Ten of Pentacles. So we've gone full circle there with the Nine of Pentacles, so I'm going to leave it there. And then we shall... Oh, there's some more cards down there, and I don't know what they are. See what the labyrinth there is. I still want to know what the sound's like. If you can't hear me, I need to know. Green lights on. I've got a green light, go, go, go. Right, so labyrinth fairies. Love the labyrinth fairies. They love coming out as well. They're so playful. And at one point, I'm going to know exactly what all of them mean. But I do like to refer to the book. So, Nine of Pentacles, 2 lots of Nine of Pentacles. You've got guardians, you've got solitude, pure intentions, the Sun, the 10 of Cups, the 9 of Wands, and the Fairy Godmother. Fairy Godmothering. I know this is one wish fulfillment's coming through, but it also is, it's receiving. Fairy Godmother is being open to receiving and giving. See how she's got an apple in one hand and this crystal ball in the other. And she's got the owl above her head, and she's got the crescent moon on her third eye. So it's about giving and receiving and fairy godmothering. And it's saying, if you feel stuck, if you feel like nothing is moving forward, especially if you are in that 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, 5 of Swords, then do a bit of fairy godmothering. Gift someone without telling them. Go and give your time and energy to somebody without second thought, without having any expectations of having anything back. That is fairy godmothering. And it's also a message. See how she's in this beautiful purple and blue. It's also a message of protection. And it's also a message of you have fairy godmothers on the other side that are guiding your ship along its path, putting you in the right place at the right time to receive what it is for your highest good. Fairy godmothering, number 7, with Iris of the Rainbow underneath. I love her because, again, I'm going to have to cover her boobs up. She's 32, which is a 5, which represents change. Iris tells us that light is breaking through our present darkness and that hope is a powerful factor in speeding this process up. Now, remember what I said about these little people, the one in the boat and the one receiving healing as they're looking up. That is hope when you look up. Hope is powerful. So let me cover her boobs up just so that we don't get into trouble. Oh, actually, fuck it, do you know what? Let's just get them out. Right. Iris is telling us that light is breaking through our present darkness and that hope is a powerful factor in speeding up this process. She does not promise us that the storm is over, nor does she say that it will never storm again. But she does say that there is brightness and beauty here. She also tells us there is something to be gained by this passage through the storm. And it's weird that ship is on a boat. And the sooner we learn what it is, the sooner the storm will end. Always a passage through the storm is a time of potential growth, a time to allow the dead wood of our past to be blown away to make room for the green shoots of new growth. At this point, it's useful to ask ourselves, what do we still need to release, and to look after protecting and nurturing the seeds that we have planted. She suggests that cultivation of patience may also be helpful at this time. The storm is breaking up. Are we ready for the change? If we are presently frogs, the fairies say the time of our transformation, foretold by the rainbow, may be at hand. Then we shall be kissed by the present light of the sun and discover if we are still frogs or we have become much more. Iris of the rainbow, and she does go hand in hand, really, with. So it's hope and promise for the future. Blue skies and rain are the realms of Iris, the rainbow fairy. She dwells at the meeting of air, the element of mind and water, and the element of emotions. She sits, rainbow-hued wings outspread, suspended in mid-air. Partially wrapped in her deep sky drapes the crowned iris blossoms. The fairy archers tip her arrows as her potent handful iridescent light firing their arrows. They send polychronic rays into the storm, bringing light to dismiss skies and hope to darkened hearts. Let's get another one. Are we still good? Who knows? Who knows? Nine of Pentacles, Iris of the rainbow, the fairy godmother. So we had a 44 earlier, didn't we, which was the Guardian. We've got a 44 at the bottom, which is Lays of the Shadows. But the one that fell out was the fairy who was kissed by the pixies. Again, I just love these cards. This is a 21 representing 3. Where is it? Love given, love received, and metaphorical open heart surgery, which is receive healing. Oh wow, what can I say here? Love, sweet love. Accept it, burnish it, add to it and pass it on. The presence of the fairy who is kissed by the pixies suggests giving and receiving love and intimacy in any wide variety of relationships. She gives notice that it is time to open and heal our hearts. Different aspects of life may well be flowing happily together, healing separations and hurts from the past. Bonding may take place and deep feelings emerge. Changes for the better may occur in all aspects of life, but especially relationships, which may be deepening and becoming richer. You may experience love therapy for opening the heart as a new relationship begins or old ones develop. Enjoy. A little bit about her. Pixie kisses are not chocolate like well-known Hershey kisses, but the pixie claims they are a whole lot sweeter and don't do anything dreadful to your teeth. However, as the pixies have been munching fairy chocolate, some pixie kisses give people freckles. The pixies say that there cannot be too much kissing. A fairy kiss is a blessing indeed. Pay attention when you feel the touch on your cheek or lips. Pixie kisses, in fact all fairy kisses, are to be noticed and savoured. If you do not notice, you will find yourself smiling without meaning to and feel a surge of warmth smelling in your heart. This fairy mourner is the queen of love, all kinds of love, brotherly love, sisterly love, parental, friendly, unconditional or conditional, either or both. She tells us it takes perfect people to have perfect love, but we imperfect, as we all are, may have many loves, each one perfect for who we are, for what we need now. These loves may not feel perfect, they may not look perfect from the outside, but they fit us now. If we don't like them, she shrugs, then we need to change ourselves so that a different kind of perfection fits us. I think that was beautiful. 44. Lyle of the Shadows. Please tell me you didn't jump off because you couldn't hear me. He works hard, his very tough job, and she puts a great deal of tough love into it. She prowls the night streets looking for those in need of help and finds far too many of them. She is the patron fairy of social workers, therapists, healers, and all others who try to help alcoholics and drug addicts and other souls caught in the darkness of their own inner shadows, or who are abused by those who have protected them. She doesn't sit in office somewhere. She is out there in the dark on dangerous streets, lending and healing a hand, soothing an anguished brow, whispering comfort and encouragement into a lonely ear, and bringing a touch of hopeful rainbow light into the deepest shadows, including those in the darkened human hearts. Ultimately, Lys is trying to help people develop true self-respect and self-esteem, but she has to start so much further down the scale of idealism than that. She tries to inspire practical help for those who need it most. She is the inspiration for the first wobbly steps taken by a damaged soul towards healing. Her presence in the reading indicates that something that had seemed lost and fixed in that loss is now open to healing. Someone is ready to begin, with help, the climb out of inner mire. There is hope here and a need for loving kindness tempered by practicality. If you call upon Lys for assistance in helping another, she will always give it, often by encouraging that person to be receptive and others to also be helpful. She always has time to support those who have time for others. Again, it's about being open to receiving. And she could be the guardian that's coming through. Now, I'm going to close with the Dark Lady at the bottom. And there's that crown. Again, oh God, again on her head of the moon, but this is magic. This is divine feminine, using that energy to manifest earth magic. Grateful to be able to be up and about, and it's warm, it's t-shirt warm, and to get a message for the collective. So this, like I say, this is the opportunity available to us. With this full moon in Libra, which always brings things to light and closes a cycle. Iceberg, submerged, and then full moon, completion. Sometimes you can make this shit up. I say that all the time. Iceberg. She's waiting like an iceberg, waiting to change. But she's cold inside. She wants to be like the water, and the fire fades away. Most of every day is full of tired excuses, but it's too hard to say. I wish it was simple, but we give up easily. You're close enough to see that you're on the other side of the world to me. Sorry about that, but here we go. Whatever you suppress or deny and attempt to keep out of conscious awareness will show up somewhere and somehow. These are shadow aspects. At one time you put them out of your consciousness for good reason, yet they remain contained by shame and guilt. Sometimes these submerged aspects of yourself are projected onto others, so that they mirror those denied or suppressed parts of you, and may even harshly judge these characteristics when they are exhibited. Now is the time to allow these elements to surface and embrace them. These may make up some sort of self-expression, a secret dream you wish to accomplish, or even uglier aspects that are difficult to acknowledge or accept. Whatever you have submerged deep inside of you, this is your opportunity to pay attention to those things and welcome them to the family called you. And then full moon. Full moon, which is completion. I don't really think I have to read it, but we'll have a look anyway. You can now take pleasure in knowing that whatever you've been working towards has now reached its culmination. It may have a relatively brief cycle or a much more extensive one, yet regardless of length of time, you have arrived at the stage of completion. Let yourself feel the contentment. Let's get those. This is contentment. Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. Let yourself feel the contentment and satisfaction of this accomplishment. It's like when you take a deep breath and reach the point where your lungs are pleasantly full and your body is ready to release that breath. It's important not only to enjoy this completion, but also let go and allow yourself to relax afterwards, just like exhaling slowly and consciously. People are much too eager to rush to the next item on the agenda without giving proper time and space to appreciating and honouring the natural cycle of release that follows a point of resolution. Give yourself that time to relax and rest before tackling Spirit's next assignment. I love you. I love you.